Welcome back. There's a lot of worry ahead of the 2020 presidential election about voting in person and voting by mail. But election offices in Central Texas are working to make sure every voter can do so safely and have their ballot count. Here to talk about this is Williamson County Elections Administrator Chris Davis. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Rebecca.
Chris, there are legal fights going on to expand some voting options to protect voters from COVID-19. How have options including voting by mail and early voting been expanded in Williamson County?
Well, not only have they been affected and expanded in Williamson County, they've been expanded statewide with a governor's order that he passed via proclamation in July. And essentially, it expanded in-person early voting an extra 6 days. So we have now 18 total days of early voting in most counties in the state, or in all counties in the state, where early voting in person will now start on Tuesday, October 13th, and go all the way through Friday, October 30th. So that's an expansion of in-person voting. And he also allowed folks that have requested a ballot by mail to walk in their ballot to our office being the county election office of the voter's respective county, at any point after they've received their ballot and completed it. State law allows them to just do that on election day. The governor suspended that part of the law. So if there are voters out there that may have trust issues with the Postal Service, or they're concerned about the time window they have in returning their ballot via mail, they can now walk that ballot back into our office and have it be counted all the way up until election day.
And let's just clarify who qualifies for mail-in voting.
Sure. There are 4 levels of eligibility for qualifying for mail-in or absentee voting. In Texas, those two terms are synonymous. And it's voters that are going to be out of the county during the voting period, voters that are age 65 or older, voters that are disabled, or voters that are in jail but not finally convicted.
There have been several comments thrown around. President Trump has suggested some voters should potentially vote twice by sending in a ballot by mail and then also going to the polls to check the system. Of course, voting twice is illegal. What do you make of this?
Yes, for the voter's sake, and certainly for our sakes, county election officers do not vote twice. Counties are making themselves available in different ways for a voter, particularly a voter that's requested a ballot by mail and they've completed it and returned it, and they're concerned about it getting back in time. Call your office or contact your office to check to see what the status is of that ballot being returned to us before you decide to go out into an in-person polling place and vote in person. You're right, voting twice is illegal.
Williamson County has several online tools to help voters, including a way to track your mail-in ballot. Can you explain what help is available again and how to access it?
Yes, we're seeing more applicants for ballot by mail for this election than we've ever seen for any election before now. So to handle that increased call volume and even mail volume that we're seeing a little less than 2 months out, we've set up a website at www.wilco.org/BBM status. BBM is in ballot by mail. And a voter can check to see the status of their application, whether it's been accepted and processed in our office. They can check to see when a ballot has been sent out to them at the address that they provided us, when their completed ballot has been received back by our office, and they can even check to see if the early voting ballot board has accepted or rejected their ballot in our office. And they can do all of that at one site.
Great information. Okay, Williamson County Elections Administrator Chris Davis, thank you so much for sharing your time with us tonight.
Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate it.